Hmm. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Robert's Reviews. It is I, Robert the Reviewer, coming at you with a review. Okay, everyone, got a review. So, hope you like my American flag. So, yeah, that's my American flag. It's made out of nylon. It's a beautiful flag. I like it. It was once my great uncle's, so yeah, that flag is about as old as me. So I'm about 22 years old. And that thing still looks pretty good. Wow, we got a somebody in the comments. Furo Nyman. Yeah, why don't you say something there, Furo? Write whatever you want in the comments. I don't care. So anyway, while I was not doing any videos, I acquired some swords. I will show them. They come on these stands. See, they come onto these stands. Both stands have this written on them, so yeah. So anyway, here's the dagger that the Japanese would use. Now these are not. Now this is not a real Japanese-made um, weapon. This was made in Taiwan, but I liked them because I thought they looked pretty cool. So, and they got the samurai warrior on there. So, and on the blade says this. I don't know what it says on the blade, but it's in uh, some sort of Asian text, Asian writing. Okay. And here is the my sword. And just like the knife, the dagger has this written on it. It is getting pretty heated in this room. There. Now, I also have my cane to review. This is my horsehead cane. And it pulls out into a knife, a dagger, whatever you want to call it. So, that's my horsehead cane, folks. Not getting any people joining in on the views. Now, folks, we are going on a trip in the Peruvian forest. Rainforest. That's right. The Peruvian rainforest. My pith helmet, folks. This is a real pith helmet. So, yeah, this is my pith helmet, folks. Well, I don't think I'm getting many viewers. Any viewers out there? Anybody out there? Well, it's been more than 10 minutes into this video, so I'm going to get going. So, I have one of the biggest VHS tape collections in all of my area. One of the biggest. So, I'm going to start reviewing whether my friend is on or not. I'm going to start reviewing. So, we're going to start with this first tote of VHS tapes. Tell you it's not easy, but alright, so here are the tapes that I'm going to be showing off in my collection. I have here a Walt Disney masterpiece, the Aristocats. That's right, I have this in my collection. We'll put some of those up here with those. Here we go. I have the two Die Hard double movie collections. So this has Die Hard and Die Hard 2. Two of my favorite movies with Bruce Willis. I also have the movie Willow on VHS. And this is a really good movie in my opinion. Really good movie. Next movie has Gregory Peck. Pork Chop Hill. It's a good movie. I love Gregory Peck. He's a great actor in my opinion. He was in that movie Moby Dick that I really enjoy. I just picked this one up recently called Tora Tora Tora. I just picked this one up recently. And this is the special edition, digitally mastered. So, that's what I picked up from the store, from my area anyway. Here we got the Anniversary Collector's Edition Jaws on VHS. Okay, that's what I got. It's a double tape one, I guess. Part one is the movie, and then part two is all the extras. And here I have a movie with Cuba Gooding Jr. called A Murder of Crows. It's a good movie. I've seen it. Here I picked this one up. This one's a classic. White Christmas. I picked this one up a couple months ago, and this is a pretty good movie in my opinion. I've seen it. It's a long movie, but it's good. I have this one here called Gettysburg. Tom Berenger, Jeff Daniels, Martin Sheen. And it's a double-length feature. Well, it's got a double tape in there. So there's part one, part two. All right. Well, we finally got a viewer on here. All right. Can you hear me? Can you hear me, viewer? Come on, viewer. You got to let me know that you can hear me. Okay, good. We'll start the review again since we finally got a reviewer. Here we go. Our first review, our first tape. A Walt Disney masterpiece, The Aristocats. It's a good movie. I've seen it. Then we got Tom Berenger, Jeff Daniels, Martin Sheen, Gettysburg. It's a good movie. It's a double tape. It's a good movie. Like I said, it's got great actors in it. Here I picked up this movie a couple months ago, and it's a long movie, but it's good. White Christmas. Boy, is this movie a classic. And then I also got Cuba Gooding Jr. and Tom Berenger in A Murder of Crows. I've seen this movie. It's a good movie. It's one of those movies that'll get you on the edge of your seat. Here we go. Anniversary Collector's Edition of Jaws. Look at that. Look at that double tape. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice, beautiful case. Shiny, glistening. Yeah. I could take this Jaws tape and just chuck it at somebody in the back of the head, and probably that thing will do some damage. And then here I picked this one up recently called Tora Tora Tora. It's an old movie, but this one is a special edition, digitally mastered. This movie is about the bombing of Pearl Harbor. It's a long movie, about 2-3 hours long, so it's a good movie. I wish that I can get that Battle of the Bulge on VHS. Here we go. Here's a good movie. Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck, one of my favorite actors. He played as Captain Ahab in the original 1950s. Don't remember what year in the 50s, but he did the movie Moby Dick, where he played as Captain Ahab. Here he is in Pork Chop Hill. Yeah, Pork Chop Hill. Here we got another movie. Willow. This is a good movie. I've seen it. It's great. If you like fantasy and adventure, this is the movie. I don't approve of the TV show that Disney Plus is doing and that they're ruining, but this is the movie. Yeah. And here I got two of the most famous movies that Bruce Willis ever did. No, not Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction is not one of those. I wish. Here we are, the Die Hard movies. Die Hard and Die Hard 2. Some of the best Bruce Willis movies that you can get your hands on. So, all right, my next movies. Here we go. Burt Lancaster. Oh, I love Burt Lancaster. In Birdman of Alcatraz. Great movie based on a true story. It's a good movie, great movie. Next up, these movies are classics, and they don't show these on TV no more because they got to make room for that new shit. Here we go. The Creature from the Black Lagoon. Yes, I have a copy of Creature from the Black Lagoon. One of the greatest movies ever. And believe it or not, I believe Chuck Connors from The Rifleman was in that suit playing as the creature, if I remember. And then here we got Revenge of the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I tell you, I hope my viewers out there is watching this with their mamas so that their mamas can react to these VHS movie classics. And then here we got a Sylvester Stallone and Estelle Getty. I love Estelle Getty. Loved her in the Golden Girls TV shows. Sylvester Stallone, loved him in the Rocky movies. Here we go. Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. It's a great movie. Great movie. You like action, comedy, and a little bit of romance? This is it. This is it. All right, here we go. One of my favorite movies with Sylvester Stallone. This is the cream of the corn of the crop right here. First Blood. This movie, First Blood, is the greatest, one of the greatest movies to ever be out there. This one, I was lucky to pick this up at the store. I was like, holy cow. Looking all over for that movie. Here we got Abbott and Costello. I love Abbott and Costello. It's a great, great comedy duo. Who done it? Great, great movie. I thought it was a great movie. All right, here we go. We got another Abbott and Costello movie. Abbott and Costello Go to Mars. That's another good movie. I thought it was funny and hilarious. Love Abbott and Costello. Hello, the second viewer. Hello, welcome, second viewer. I am reviewing my VHS tape collection. Here we go. These are my treasured VHS tapes. Very treasured. Here we are. This is the very first VHS copy release of Raiders of the Lost Ark. My very first, this is the very first VHS release copy of Raiders of the Lost Ark. Later on, they changed the title to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. So, and to prove that the original tape is in this, right here, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the original tape to the original case. This is a holy grail of Raiders of the Lost Ark VHS tape collections. Here we have Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. This was considered not a very good movie in the franchise till Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out. But I thought it was okay. And tape is in there. Temple of Doom. Then I also have the Last Crusade on VHS. I love The Last Crusade. I thought it was good. You know, we gotten to see the Nazis. You know, the Indiana Jones is battling the Nazis, taking them on, like in the first film. Here we are. Here's another great movie. It's a long one, but a great movie, in my opinion. U-571. It's a good movie. I've seen it. It's a long one, but it's a good movie. I'll tell you what. This movie is right up there with Das Boot. I thought Das Boot was a long movie, but it was pretty good. You like World War II stuff. Oh, this is my favorite, man. This is where they this movie is where they first introduced Michael Caine. This is one of Michael Caine's first movies. Zulu. Oh, this movie. I'm so happy to get this movie on VHS. One of my favorite Michael Caine movies. That's in my collection. Oh, yes, here we go. This movie. Oh, this movie. I was so happy to get my hands on it. Amadeus. I was so happy to get this movie on VHS. When I saw it at the store, I had to grab it. Great movie. It's a long one, but a great movie. Oh, Don Knotts. Now we got a Don Knotts movie, folks. I love Don Knotts. The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. Love Don Knotts. I think he is funny. I think he is right up there with Bob Denver. I love Bob Denver. I loved him in the Gilligan's Island TV show. I also loved him in the TV show The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis. Another great TV show. Here we got a Robert Stack and Tom Selleck movie called Most Wanted. Not one of Tom Selleck's best movies, but it's okay. I thought it was okay. Like I said, it's not one of Robert Stack and Tom Selleck's one of their good movies, you know. Another movie that I'm going to show off is the original black and white, The Wolfman. This is the original Wolfman, starring Claude Rains and Bela Lugosi. Jeremy, no, I'm only showing off my VHS collection. I don't have any laser discs. The only forms of old media is my VHS tapes. Sorry. So I hope that you're enjoying the VHS tapes that I'm showing off. So, here I don't have the case to it, but it is the tape itself. Good Morning Vietnam, starring Robin Williams. One of Robin Williams' greatest movies, aside from Mrs. Doubtfire. I love Mrs. Doubtfire. I think that was one of his greatest movies. Here we got Disney Presents Pooh's Grand Adventure, The Search for Christopher Robin. This movie I have. I liked it, you know, reminded me of my childhood, you know. I got it, you know, because I like Winnie the Pooh. I loved him from when I was a kid. Here we have A Christmas Story. Christmas Story, yeah, this is a good movie right here. I watch this every Christmas. Every Christmas, like I said, I watch A Christmas Story. I also watch It's a Wonderful Life. I also watch White Christmas. Oh, here we go. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie on VHS. Yeah. Love this movie. This movie is a great movie. It's a legendary movie. The greatest SpongeBob movie in my collection. In my opinion, I mean. So yeah, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. That tape was actually hard to find. And then here we got the Back to the Future movies. We got the first one. We also have part 2. And part 3. All on VHS. Oh, I was happy when I got those movies. And then I also have this movie, the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. This is a good movie right here. Very good movie. If you like gangster movies about the gangsters and Prohibition times, this is it. Here we got Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway in Bonnie and Clyde. Great movie. Great movie. Like Warren Beatty, I loved him. And Faye Dunaway, she's also a good actress. Bonnie and Clyde. I was happy to get this movie when I picked it up there at the store. The original Karate Kid. And this is the very first VHS release copy of the Karate Kid. It's in just like the case that my original first Ghostbusters movie is in. So, great movie. I thought the Karate Kid was a great movie. I thought the sequels were good. Oh, this movie. Robert De Niro, Kevin Costner, and Sean Connery. The Untouchables. Great fucking movie. Great fucking movie. And then here I got this movie. It's got some actors in it that I don't know, but it's, I guess, one of those movies. Capone. And then here we got, I don't have the case, I only have the tape. The Patriot, starring Mel Gibson. It's a great movie to watch on the 4th of July. Here's another movie that I don't have a case to, but I have the tape. Out to Sea, starring Walter Matthau and Jack Lemmon. Great fucking movie. I thought it was funny and hilarious. Here's a movie with John Travolta. Michael. No, we're not talking about my friend Michael. We're talking about Michael the Archangel. It's a great movie. You like angels and stuff, this is the movie. Here's another movie. One of the greatest fucking movies in history to ever be made. Cool Hand Luke. Paul Newman. Greatest fucking movie ever made. And then here I got Disney, Pixar, A Bug's Life. Great fucking movie. I was so happy to get this movie on VHS. When my friend gave it to me, I took the case and I cleaned it. And I watched that movie for 3 days straight, nonstop. Next up. Here I got the fully restored limited edition Walt Disney's masterpiece, Sleeping Beauty. So, yeah, Sleeping Beauty. It's a good movie. And then these next movies. So we got Arnold Schwarzenegger in Kindergarten Cop. Funny, hilarious movie. Next we got Burt Reynolds in Cop and a Half. And then we got the original. Well, and then I also have the Mole People. The Mole People. It's not one of those movies that is well known, but it's an old classic black and white movie. Here we got Jeff Daniels in Fly Away Home. Great movie. Great movie. About a little girl and her dad raising some Canadian geese and trying to get them to fly a certain place at a certain time of the year, every year. And then here we got Disney's masterpiece, Mulan. Great fucking movie. Great fucking movie. And then we got a Walt Disney masterpiece, Hercules. Hercules, that's right. This is a good movie right here. Great movie. Oh, well, hello, viewer number 2. Welcome to my review of my old VHS tape collection. And then I also have this VHS tape, How High? This movie's weird, messed up, but it's somehow a little... It's somehow good. Here we got Muppet Treasure Island. Muppet Treasure Island. Look at Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog looks like he's so full of shit. Kermit the Frog thinks his shit don't stink. And then we got The Muppet Christmas Carol. Great Christmas movie. This is a good Christmas movie to watch with your family and loved ones every Christmas. Kermit the Frog on the cover be looking like his shit don't stink. But don't worry, one of these days I'll expose him. And then here we got The Black Stallion. I never seen it, but I hope that it's pretty good. Then we got The Black Stallion Returns. And I got this American Black Beauty. It looks generic. This movie looks generic as crap. Not gonna lie. All right. Well, this looks about it for right now. Oh yeah. And then this is documentaries that I got right here. The Revolutionary War. Look at George Washington. What a handsome man. And the rest are just all VHS tapes from the NRA. Love the NRA. I support them 100%. Here we go. Here's some shit that they don't show on TV no more because it's racist. The Little Rascals. I got this tape of the Little Rascals, and I also have these tapes of the Little Rascals. They don't show these on TV anymore because they think they're racist. Well, they can take their racist shit and shove it up their asses. All right, that's tote number 1. Now we got to get to tote number 2. Oh, boy. Okay, tote number 2. We got E.T. Extraterrestrial. Great fucking movie from the 80s. Here we got Dirty Dancing. A great movie. Another one from the 80s. Patrick Swayze. Love Patrick Swayze. Jennifer Grey, I liked her in the movie. I also liked her in the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Here we got Fried Green Tomatoes. Another great movie. Here's a movie from the 80s. Invaders from Mars. This movie is a remake of the one from the 50s. This is a movie with Harrison Ford and Robert Shaw. Force 10 from Navarone. Look at Robert Shaw. That man is an absolute alpha male. That man's an alpha male. Unlike Harrison Ford, that man is a beta male. Here's a good movie. Jumanji, Robin Williams. One of my favorite Robin Williams movies. Running out of room to put these tapes. Norman. I have one of George Bush where he's hunting quail. If I'm correct. And I don't have any Rob Zombie movies of any kind on VHS. Here's an old Disney movie that I like with Don Knotts. Let's see. Oh, and Darren McGavin. Darren McGavin played as the father of Ralph in the movie A Christmas Story. No Deposit, No Return. A great movie. Love Don Knotts. I think the guy is funny and hilarious. Right here we have Hunting Quail. God, bet that's boring. Not really if you're interested in hunting. I'm interested in outdoor stuff like fishing and hunting. And it's also presidential history, and anything Americana or American presidential history I collect because I am a American historian, I guess you could say. I study American history. I also have the movie Them. Them, that's right, the original black and white movie Them. I have it in a protective plastic case because it's a treasure. They don't show this movie much on TV anymore. James Arness, the man who played Marshall Matt Dillon in Gunsmoke, is in this movie. Love Gunsmoke. It's a great classic Western TV show. I think it's got a great story to tell in each episode. Here we have Monty Python's Life of Brian. Great movie. I thought it was funny and hilarious. I also have the first Smokey and the Bandit with Burt Reynolds. Love Burt Reynolds. Thought he was a great actor. Burt Reynolds, Jerry Reed, and Jackie Gleason are in this movie. Jackie Gleason, he's the guy from the TV show Honeymooners. You ever seen that old TV show, The Honeymooners? Great show. Recommend checking out. Here we have Robin Williams in Patch Adams. I thought this movie was okay. It had its funny moments, but it was okay. Not one of his best films like Mrs. Doubtfire and Jumanji and Vietnam. Oh, here we go. Gene Hackman and Kevin Costner in No Way Out. Great movie. Great movie. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Here we got the movie Ghost with Patrick Swayze, Demi Moore, and Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, Ghost. Good movie. Oh, yes, here we go. This movie is a good movie. James Arness is in this. The Thing from Another World. Why, thank you, Norman. They are in great shape. Well, generally, they are, but I try to keep them in great shape. But yeah, The Thing from Another World, James Arness. This movie was made before The Thing came out, starring Kurt Russell and what's his name? Wilford Brimley. So yeah, I would recommend checking this movie out. It's okay. It's not as good as the Thing. And then I also have Stallone in First Blood. Love that movie. It's a great movie. And I don't think I haven't. Let me see here. Oh, and I haven't. Let's see. I gotta make some calculations here with my tapes. Here we go. Here's a good movie. George Clooney. Oh, brother, where art thou? This box is not in good shape, but it's decent. Holds up. It's a great movie. Got a great story to tell. Oh, and then here we got Raiders of the Lost Ark, my very first VHS copy release that I own. As you can tell, it's not in good shape. It's in decent shape. But this is the very first VHS release copy. Isn't that worth money? I don't know. I don't know. But I also have Temple of Doom, and of course, The Last Crusade. I have like 2 totes full of tapes, and I have 2 totes full of tapes and a shelf full of tapes. We haven't even gotten to my Western movie collection that I own. Now, I love Westerns. Okay? Don't get me wrong, Westerns are good. But I think they're pretty good in my opinion. Here we go, the first VHS copy release on VHS, The Karate Kid. First VHS copy release. I also have the very first VHS copy release of the first Ghostbusters. I gotta find that sometime. Oh, here it is. First VHS copy release of the Ghostbusters. Yeah. And then we also got My Fellow Americans, James Garner, Walter Matthau, Dan Aykroyd. Oh, wait, no, not Walter Matthau. Jack Lemmon, my bad. Jack Lemmon. Phew, can't believe I screwed that one up. Here we go. Tremors, the movie that started the franchise. And then we also have The Black Scorpion on VHS. This movie is this movie came out right after the movie Them came out, but it wasn't as popular as Them. But it's a good black and white movie. And then I have Tommy Lee Jones and Ashley Judd in Double Jeopardy. Yeah, Double Jeopardy. It's a great movie. It's a long one, but a great movie. Then we have Trading Places. Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, a great 80s movie, in my opinion. Has its funny moments. Then we also have the special edition of Caddyshack. Caddyshack. Great fucking movie. Bill Murray at his best. Rodney Dangerfield is also in this, and Chevy Chase. Great, great actors. I love Rodney Dangerfield. Here we got another great movie. This one I got to clean up, but it's a great movie. See, the case is all dirty. The Nightmare Before Christmas. Great movie. Great movie. Like I said, I got to clean the case. I got to take the cover out and wipe it down. Oh, I'm going to have to move this tote over here. Here we got The Bride of Frankenstein. It's okay. It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best. And then we also have Robert Mitchum in The Enemy Below. Great movie. Great, great movie. I believe this is Robert Mitchum at one of his best. At his best. It's about World War II, submarine warfare, naval warfare. Here we got Gary Sinise, the guy that played Lieutenant Dan in Forrest Gump. Right here, Truman. Who's all on here? Is there anybody on here? Let me know who's on there in the chats. Let me know if somebody's on there. Let me know in the chats who's still on there with me. Hello, everyone. Welcome. I'm just reviewing my VHS tape collection. Anybody on there? Don't be afraid to write in the chats to let me know you're on. So here we go. We got Starship Troopers for VHS. Yeah, that's what I got on VHS, Starship Troopers. It's a good movie. And then, here we go. We got the movie, Dan Aykroyd, Tom Hanks, Dragnet. Great movie. Funny. I think it's funny. Oh, yes, here's my James Bond movie collection, folks. My James Bond movie collection. All right, James Bond movie collection. We got Tomorrow Never Dies. We got License to Kill. From Russia with Love. You Only Live Twice. Octopussy. Goldfinger. Dr. No. Diamonds Are Forever. Live and Let Die. That's my James Bond movie collection, folks. Here, let's see. Hope Russia loses in this war, and damn, you got every 007. Not really. No, I don't have every 007 movie. I should know because I have watched just about all those James Bond movies. Okay, so we got Speed. The first Speed. Keanu Reeves. Young Keanu Reeves. And then we also have Speed 2. Then we also have Ocean's 11. I have the original 1950s version of The War of the Worlds. This movie right here is a classic. H.G. Wells, The War of the Worlds. Love this movie. I love this movie. This is a great movie. Great classic. And here we got The Goonies, an 80s classic. This movie is a classic, in my opinion. Great movie. Great story to tell. Here we got Bill Murray. Larger Than Life. This movie's funny. It's hilarious. Oh, yes, we have an Alfred Hitchcock Presents. That's right. Alfred Hitchcock. Love his movies. Nothing but suspense and mystery. Sabotage. Love Alfred Hitchcock with his movies, The Birds, and also Psycho. Unfortunately, I don't have The Birds or Psycho on VHS. Here we have Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin in The Hunt for Red October. It's a great movie. I recommend checking it out. Here we have Kevin Costner in 13 Days. 13 Days. Great movie. Norman, thank you for saying that I have some interesting videos on my channel. I do review all kinds of stuff that I get from the Goodwill in my area or the Salvation Army in my area. See, like right here, see, never before seen review right here. My Horsehead cane. Horsehead cane. It's beautiful in my opinion. And pulls out into a knife, a dagger. So yep, this is my Horsehead cane. And then I also have, what was it that I had also? Oh yeah, and then I also have my Japanese dagger. It's not real. It was made in Taiwan, but it's made with pretty good quality. It's even got some writing on the blade, some text of some kind. And I even got stands for them. Okay. And then here is the sword. And see, just like I have it on the other blade, Asian text of some kind. Like I said, these were made in Taiwan, but they're made with real good quality. And they came with stands. So, let me know what you think about the sword and the dagger. You know, hopefully they're good, positive remarks or whatever. If they're not, well, I don't care. Okay, and then we'll go back to the movies. Here I have Oliver and Company. I thought it was a good Disney movie. I also have My Favorite Martian. Jeff Daniels, Christopher Lloyd. And I have both Pocahontas and Pocahontas 2. Here I have Disney's Peter Pan. The classic Peter Pan. Great movie. And here we have Dumbo. And here we have Lady and the Tramp. I am sweating. I don't have the case, but I have the tape. Walt Disney Swiss Family Robinson. And then I also have Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Great movie in my opinion. I think Dick Van Dyke was at his best in that movie. Here we got Grease. Oh, I love this movie, Grease. I love it. Love that movie, Grease. And then here I also have Chicken Run. And also The Hunchback of Notre Dame. Man. Here we got Walt Disney Rocket Man. Unfortunately, I don't have the cases to these tapes, some of these tapes, but oh well. Then I have got any Wallace and Gromit tapes. Unfortunately, I do not yet, but I will keep an eye out. And then here we got Billy Madison, Adam Sandler. I got to try to find Happy Gilmore because that's one of my favorite movies with him. Oh, yes, here we go. We can't have a VHS tape collection without Shrek. Great fucking movie. One of the greatest fucking movies ever made by mankind. Thank you, God, for the wisdom to put this movie together and make it for us to watch and view. Praise God. Shrek FTW. Huh, well. And then we have Jesus. Yes, I am a religious person, and I own a religious tape. You don't have to be religious, but that's okay, So it makes us human. Oh, yes, Shrek for the win. Yes. Here we have Susan Hayward and Robert Preston in Tulsa. And then we got Betty Midler, Barbara Hershey in Beaches. Never seen this movie. It looks boring as fuck, but I have it because it's a VHS tape. Oh, this movie. This movie. Love this movie right here. This is a classic. It's a musical, but it is a classic. I recommend seeing the original King and I, starring Yul Brynner and Deborah Kerr. This is a great movie. It's a musical, like I said, but it's got a great story to tell. Okay. Well, now that we're finally done with the second tote, now we can get to the shelf. Stupid fucking tote. Okay. For God, I'm going to throw that tote out that fucking window. Hope it hits some little kid. Now we're going to get to the really old stuff. I'd rather be forced to watch VeggieTales than King and I. Well, sir. You do you. Here I have a great movie. The greatest legendary movie ever to be made. Falling Down. Michael Douglas. Michael Douglas at his fucking best. I swear to God. I swear to God, man. Somebody says that this is not Michael Douglas at his best. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. Here we go. Here's a movie. Carousel. Another Rodgers and Hammerstein. And then here we got Orson Welles. Citizen Kane. Great movie. If you're into old black and white movies, this is one to really watch. It's great. I love it. Here we got the Kentuckian. Let's see if I can find out who's all in this, because in a while. Oh, Burt Lancaster. Another Burt Lancaster movie. This is a pretty good movie, in my opinion. Well, Falling down should be falling inside of a trash can. Well, sir. Well. Now we're gonna get to John Wayne. Now I love John Wayne. Okay, I love his movies. But with every actor, they got their good movies, not so good movies. Now, I have one of the biggest John Wayne VHS movie collections in my area. Because I love John Wayne. Let me see. Hopefully I won't offend anybody with John Wayne. So here we got John Wayne in North to Alaska. Here we have John Wayne in Dark Command. Now, everyone, let's be respectful of others' opinions. Okay, here we have Angel and the Bad Man starring John Wayne. Here we have John Wayne in The Longest Day. Great World War II movie, in my opinion. Oh, man, I tell you. It's not easy, man. This is going to break my back one of these days. Oh. And here we have a movie with Jimmy Stewart and John Wayne together in The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance. And if a certain someone's mom was watching this video and sees all these old Western tapes, I bet she'd be going, I want to see those movies. I want to watch those, actually. Those are good movies. Here we have Fort Apache with John Wayne. Here we have Neath the Arizona Skies, one of John Wayne's early movies. Ooh, let's see. John Wayne versus John Wick. Well, John Wayne is a real person. John Wick is not a real person, is a fictional person. So, I don't know. We got a fictional person going up against a real person. So I don't know. Donovan's Reef with John Wayne. Like I said, I have one of the biggest John Wayne movie collections in my local area. So yeah. And here on my channel, in the chats, in the comments section, we're allowed to have our own opinions. I will respect others' opinions. So there are mixed opinions about John Wayne right now because of the controversies with him, but I think he's a great actor. Yes, he did not so good movies, and he did good movies. So I'm just trying to be fair with everybody and their opinions and their thoughts. Trying to stay neutral. Some more John Wayne. So this is John Wayne, Dean Martin, and Ricky Nelson in Howard Hawks' Rio Bravo. This is where John Wayne plays as a sheriff. Donovan's Reef takes place in Hawaii. This is Howard Hughes' Jet Pilot with John Wayne. Howard Hughes. There was a movie that Leonardo DiCaprio did of him. But this movie Jet Pilot, it's You know, it's more of an for me. I thought it had a good storyline. I thought it had a good story. You confuse me, Mr. Roberts Reviews. Well, I'm sorry if I confuse you. I'm sorry. Here we have John Wayne in The Cowboys. This is one of those movies that John Wayne dies. Now, believe it or not, in my collection, I have the very first movie that John Wayne ever starred in, and the last movie that he had ever starred in. And I do have one or two movies where he sang, which was from the 1930s, pre-World War II, like before World War II. So here's the very first movie that John Wayne ever starred in, called The Big Trail. However, he did not get his big break in this movie. This movie was a big flop at the box office, and so John Wayne had to wait a while till the movie Stagecoach came out, that he was able to get a starring role in, and that's where he got his breakthrough, was the movie Stagecoach, not this movie. And then here we got the last movie that John Wayne ever starred in before he died from cancer in, I believe, 1979. The Shootist. Last movie that he ever did. So in my collection, I own the very first movie he starred in and the last one. And then here we also got El Dorado. It's a long movie, but it's pretty good. Got a good story to tell. Robert Mitchum is also in it. The Sons of Katie Elder. This movie's pretty good. It also has action and a little bit of comedy. See, John Wayne likes to add a little bit of comedy to his films. And then here we got True Grit, the original True Grit, not the fucking one with Jeff Bridges. This is the original. And I also have the sequel to True Grit right here, called Brewster Cogburn, starring John Wayne and Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn, in her younger days, oh, she was beautiful. Of course, she had to go around fucking Howard Hughes, and Howard Hughes went mad, crazy. Here we got John Wayne in Texas Terror, one of his early movies. See, before John Wayne was in the movie Stagecoach, he was in a lot of those old B movies. This one is just a Western collection of him, so there was like a couple movies on this one. And then this is one where he does sing. This one's an old one from... this was an old B movie of his from 30s or 40s, where he actually sings. The B movie, yes, the B movie's good, but I'm not talking about that B movie. I'm talking about B movies, as in they're not as well known as, you know, they're not well known. Okay, well, Norman is quite the smartass today. And sometimes I can deal with smartasses. Okay, here's the sequel to... Here we got Brewster Cogburn right here. This is the sequel to that True Grit. It's a good movie. I think it's a good sequel. Here's a World War II movie with John Wayne called They Were Expendable. It's a great movie. This is where John Wayne is in the Navy, and he's out in the Pacific going up against the Japanese towards the end of World War II. Then here we got Randy Rides Alone. Like I said, I love Westerns. I love watching Westerns. I love John Wayne. I also love Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood's also a great actor, in my opinion. The Man from Utah. Can you believe it? This tape right here used to cost $19 $95. That's crazy. One time tapes used to cost $19.95. Now you could buy them less than that. Way less. Oh, this is one of my favorites. This is where John Wayne is in the Civil War, playing someone from the Civil War. Love this movie. Not worth the money. Well, in my opinion, VHS tapes to me are worth the money because there are tapes that are rarer than others. And there's also certain movies and shows that you can get on VHS that they won't have on DVD or show on TV anymore. Then we got The Horse Soldiers. This is one of my favorite John Wayne movies. John Wayne is in the Union Army, and he's in the South trying to get to Vicksburg to fight off. Norman says, in my opinion, your opinion is invalid. Well, okay. Well then. Wow, that's and here we got Riders of Destiny. And Norman, all I'm going to tell you is you will never be the man that John Wayne is. Okay? In my house, John Wayne is more than a duke. He is a fucking king. And I'm sorry, Norman, but you will never be the man that John Wayne is. He is more famous than you. He had more money than you'll ever have in your entire life. Okay? Yeah, he's more famous, more of a man, so on and so forth. So here we are. We got Hellfighters. Not one of his best, but it's something different other than a Western. And then here we got Circus World with John Wayne. Then we got the yellow. She Wore a Yellow Ribbon. Another great Western. Oh, yes, here's one. This is where John Wayne is in the post-Civil War era, like right after the Civil War ends. Him and Rock Hudson, The Undefeated. Great fucking movie right here. And then here we have the Green Berets. This is where John Wayne is in the Green Berets fighting in the Vietnam War. It's a great movie. And here we got Cahill, U.S. Marshal. Chisholm. I haven't been able to find Big Jake, so Big Jake is one of my... it's another movie with John Wayne where his character dies. No, wait a minute. Oh, I'm so hot and sweaty. Okay. The Cowboys is where John Wayne, his character, dies. The Shootist is another one where he dies. Here we got The Searchers. Oh, wait a minute. This heat, man. Okay, The Train Robbers. That's the name of the movie, Train Robbers. It's a good movie. It's where they got to go and find this train that derailed and is abandoned. And that's where they stashed gold from this robbery years ago. Here they got McClintock. It's a romantic comedy. Maureen O'Hara, oh my God, the most sexiest redhead that you will ever see in a movie. John Wayne, Rio Lobo. Here we got John Wayne in Hondo. Oh yes, this is one of those movies with John Wayne and old Gabby Hayes. Now Gabby Hayes had an old TV show years ago called The Gabby Hayes Show, and On that show, he would tell little stories, but the stories would be, the show itself. Um, but another movie that Gabby Hayes did with John Wayne was Tall in the Saddle. What did you collect these tapes for? You can't bring them with you when you die. That's true. That's true. You can't bring them with you when you die. But I have these tapes. Why I collect them is because they're cinema history. And like I said, I love history. I love learning about it, preserving it. Because, there are people out there that want to watch these old movies. But anyway, Gabby Hayes, like I said, he was an old actor. He had the Gabby Hayes show, but he also starred in a few John Wayne films, such as Tall in the Saddle and Lawless Frontier. So here's Lawless Frontier. Yeah, I can tell that this person, Norman, does not appreciate these old movies. And that's okay. That's okay. And you think the people will come to you for these tapes? Who's that? The ghosts? Man, I don't know why you gotta be an asshole today. I don't know why you gotta be an asshole. Here we got John Wayne. Again. And we got an old California. Just because I collect these old tapes, I get people being mean and terrible to me. Like I said, Norman, John Wayne will always be more of a man than you'll ever be. Clint Eastwood will be always more of a man than you will ever be. So if you talk shit about John Wayne and Clint Eastwood, always think of them being bigger men than you'll ever be. More famous, more rich, more well-known. Why, Norman is probably a sad little man who lives in his mother's basement and is nothing but an incel celibate. And here we got Glenn Ford, William Holden in The Man from Colorado. Clint Eastwood, Hang 'em High, one of his best movies. The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, another great Clint Eastwood movie. And we have a classic TV show, The Lone Ranger, the original classic Lone Ranger. Great TV show in my opinion. And then here we got Clint Eastwood in Pale Rider. That's where Clint Eastwood went to this old. Clint Eastwood plays as a reformed gunslinger, and he became a preacher. And he goes to this mining town, and he's having to. And throughout the whole movie, he's having to help and rescue these people, and give them hope that this guy that runs this town can't push him around. So here we got the Little Mermaid. So here we got the Little Mermaid right here. This is the very first rare VHS copy of the Little Mermaid with the rare band cover. Took me several months to actually try to find it. But yeah, this is the rare band cover. Took me a long time to find this, actually. And then here we got the Little Mermaid 2, Return to the Sea. And then here we got Beauty and the Beast. Walt Disney's Beauty and the Beast. It's a good movie. And here we have Robert Redford in Jeremiah Johnson. Here we have John Wayne in The Fighting Kentuckian. Oh, jeez, man. It's hot doing all this crap. Here we got Clint Eastwood in The Outlaw Josie Wales. I love this movie right here. Outlaw Josie Wales. Oh my God, I love this movie. Great Western. Here we got the original. Gone with the Wind. Great movie. Never read the book, but a great movie. And then here we got Tom Selleck in Crossfire Trail. This is a good movie. Him and Wilford Brimley. And then here we got Sylvester Stallone in Daylight. This is a great movie with Sylvester Stallone, in my opinion. Then here we got John Goodman and Rosie O'Donnell in The Flintstones. Here we got an 80s movie called Adventures in Babysitting. And here we got Congo. And here we got Tombstone. Lawman. Tall T. I got another copy of Hang 'em High, but with a different cover. And then we got Unforgiven. And here we got The Shining. Here we go, Boris Karloff. I love Boris Karloff. The Mummy, the original V8, the original Mummy. Here we got a movie that just about everybody forgot about. Twister. Robin Williams in Cadillac Man. Then we got House of Frankenstein. And we also have Gordy. Let's see. You look like you play League of Legends and complain on 4chan about not being able to get some. See, I don't play League of Legends. I don't know what the fuck League of Legends is. So you kind of fucked up there with that insult. and complain on 4chan. I don't ever go on 4chan at all. So that's where you fucked up number 2 on that insult. And about not being able to get some. Says you lie. No, actually, I can swear that on the Bible. So, and you're not supposed to lie on the Bible. So, anyway, then I got Casablanca. Great fucking movie. Humphrey Bogart. Then we got Terminator 2 Judgment Day. The Bible. Well, sir, you can talk bad about the Bible all you want. You know, I don't care. Then we got Mask. This movie's about Rocky Dennis. Then we got the original Jeepers Creepers. Then we got Hooper with Burt Reynolds. And then we got For Love of the Game with Kevin Costner. And then we got Son-in-Law. And then I got It's the Muppets. And then I got some old Hercules movie show thing. And then here we got Shawshank Redemption. We got Jim Thorpe, All-American with Burt Lancaster. The Immortal Battalion. And then we got Robert De Niro in Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. Here we got, this is the very first Christmas Carol to be in black and white. Right here, this is the very first Christmas Carol movie ever to be made. So this is the first version that they made. And this is the one from the 50s. And here I got Turner and Hooch. Hugh Grant in 9 Months. Will Smith, Matt Damon in The Legend of Bagger Vance. I'm not even going to try to get the rest of my VHS tapes because I am hot as it is and sweaty and I'm burning up, so I gotta not try to go after any more of my tapes because I gotta put them all back away. So, all right. Well, folks, I shall go on a trip. Try to go on this trip. I gotta plug my computer in, or else it's gonna go dead. Let's see. I got bags under my eyes. Yes, I do. That's something that I can't help. And also my hat. This is my French Foreign Legion hat. My French Foreign Legion hat. Playing too much League at night. I told you I don't play League of whatever that is. League of Legends. I don't play League of. I don't even know where you could even play it. I don't know where you could play League of Legends at. And so this Foreign Legion hat. Okay, this is a real Foreign Legion, French Foreign Legion hat. This is a real one. Yeah. Here's something that Norman probably doesn't have. Here we go. Look at this. This is an old French coin from 1791, worth about $300 to $500. And I paid less than that. I paid about $20 for this thing. Do you own a 1791 French coin? I do not think so. So here's my coin collection. So yeah, this French coin has seen more history than everything in my house. This thing has more history than anything in my house, and it's older than everything in my house. So, but that's older than anything in your house, Norman. Here we got my copper Ronald Reagan coin. Says cool. Bet you don't have a 1501 Deucet. No, I do not actually. No, I do not actually. Do you? Do you have one? And don't fucking lie to me, motherfucker. Here I have an 1866 French, not French, an 1866 Italian 10 centesimi, whatever it's called. I don't know. But it's Italian from 1866. And then I also have this German 5-cent euro from 2002. And that was the first year that they came out with the euro, I guess. I don't know. Then here I have a 10 Deutsches Reich Rentenpfennig from 1924. But here it is, 1924 German coin. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Norman, for giving me that information. Yeah. So anyway, and then I also have this Donald Trump coin from 2018. Now, when I collect coins, I don't just collect American coins. I collect all kinds of coins, whether they be foreign, American, or they're coins that are just, collector items, like my Ronald Reagan coin and my Trump coin that I have. Um, I also have I have like 150 Indian head buffalo nickels. So here's one, for example. I think the Indian head buffalo nickels, I think they are a very beautiful coin in American coinage. So I have like 150 of them. Don't ask why I have 150 of them. That's what happens when you come into the collecting of the coins. He says, I want to choke on them coins. I bet you do want to choke on them coins and pretend that it's a nice big black cock. That's right, I can make jokes too. And then here I have a 1909. Oh, wait a minute. Here we go. I have a 1903 V nickel. This V nickel was from one of the victims of the Titanic. I have a piece of the Titanic history right here. And then I also have a 1940 Nazi German 5 Reich Pfennig. So this is a 5 Reich Pfennig from Nazi Germany. As you can tell, you got the Reich Sadler with the eagle on it. The Reich Sadler with the swastika in its talons. So I don't support the Nazis in any way. So YouTube, don't come after me with that. That's the only Nazi coin that I own. This one is a gold-plated. This is a gold-plated quarter with the state of Connecticut on the back. Gold-plated, like I said, 24 karat gold plated. And then I also have a West Point minted quarter with the American Samoa bats on the back. West Point minted quarter. You can see the W on there, if you can see. It took me a long time to find a West Point minted quarter. It took me about, I think, 2 years just to try to find one. And then I have all five. I have all 2022 prominent women quarters. I have all 5 of them. I'm hoping to try to get all 5 for this year of 2023. So I have this one with. So I have this one. Then I also have this one. He says, my sister has a Reichmark coin from 1939. Those are very beautiful coins. I'm like I said, I'm not one to condone what the Nazis did, but the Nazis did have some very beautiful coins before World War II. because they were actually making their coins with steel and not cheaper materials for the war effort. So they did make some very beautiful coins, in my opinion. I also have money from the country Israel. Of course, I got to dig that all out. Meanwhile, here is a Canadian. Here's a Canadian 10-cent piece from. He says, "I am. They did what needed to be done. My sister says no, but I say yes." Well, like I said, I don't condone what the Nazis did, but they did what they did, and there's nothing that can be done about it. They did what they did, but like I said, they made, in my opinion, beautiful coins in their currency. Now, here's a 10-cent piece from Canada from 2014. Queen Elizabeth II. I would like to get some of those King Charles III British coins. He says, "Be honest, you flashed a German thing in your Pride Month video." Yes, I did, because I wanted to be cringe and edgy. And I hope that the edgy part made it. I hope it got crossed. So anyway, here's my Israel money. So this is my money from Israel. Here we got the Hebrew writing. All from Israel. These two coins. Jewish money. I don't know. So anyway, and here we have a British 3 pence from 1942. So here's some World War II money right here. So yeah, so this is a British 3 pence from 1942. And then here we have a coin from Australia from 2001. So here's one from Australia from 2001. And it's a 10-cent piece. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, 20-cent. 20-cent piece. And then here is my 1956 quarter. Right here. This is my 1956 quarter. And then he says, "What the fuck? Why is it shiny?" Because I try to keep my quarters in nice condition. Nice, beautiful condition. Because the 1956 quarter, the reason why it's shiny is because they were made with silver. And that silver is what gives it that beautiful shine. That's why if you look at the quarters today, they don't have that shine like they used to. So, here we go. Everyone loves Russia. Here we got a 1965 Soviet Union coin right here. Everyone loves Russia and communism. So here we got this 1965 Soviet Union coin. And then here we got this 1961 Soviet Union coin. He says, "Wow, how are your gold coins shiny?" These are not gold, they're actually bronze, I think. Some sort of bronze. So, um, and then here I got this coin from Mexico. This is my Mexican coin. It's got like a 2 on the back. I think that's like a 2 pesos or something like that. Now, here I got some wheat pennies, if I can find those. Here's one from 1948. Here's a wheat penny from 1948. Then we got a penny from 1975. 1975. That's a beautiful penny from 1975. And then here is a 1955 British farthing. 1955 British farthing. Beautiful bird on the back. Britain doesn't have the farthing anymore. Poor Britain. And then here we got the 2004 Canadian penny. Canadian penny from 2004. Queen Elizabeth, what a beautiful lady. Oh, I was sad and devastated when she passed. So sad. I got drunk that day. I was so sad. Okay, then we also have a 1998 Canadian penny right here from 1998. Oh, actually, so he's like, "Are you a time traveler?" So this is the shiniest French old. This is the shiniest oldest coin that I own. Um, Actually, I got one from 1835. I got a British coin from 1835. Let me see here. 1835, British. Yeah, 1835. That's right, 1835. Here's one. Here's a French coin from 1921. Now here I have a British. Now here I got a British coin. It's a 1 penny from 1916 from World War One, right around there. And then here I got a British coin from 1929. He says, "And how did you get 100 some Indian heads?" From collecting over time. So here we have a 1929 British coin. Then I also have a quarter from 1965. So I'm going to get to those Indian heads actually. Here's a 1938. So 1938 was the first year that the Jefferson nickel came out, right after the Indian heads went out. So here's a 1938 Jefferson nickel, first year, like I said, that they came out. Let me see if I can find more of my wheat pennies. So here's a penny from 1978. Look at that bitch. Wish you could have a nice clean 78 penny. He says, I'm clipping this and showing it to my sister. She won't believe it. Oh, go ahead, Norman. Knock yourself out. You know, Norman, I think we should be friends because I think you would be the type of person that I'd be good friends with. So I don't know. Maybe you want to reach out to me and us getting together. Us maybe adding one another on social media somehow. I don't know. Here's a 1973 penny. 1973 penny. I collect pennies from the 80s and back. 90s, fuck the 90s. I don't really like the 90s. I don't dig the 90s all that well. I don't know. Here I have a 1986 penny. 1986. Beautiful 86 penny. Okay, so you want to see those Indian heads, huh? Well, here's one from 1937. See, look at that date, 1937. Yeah, there we go, 1937. Old as fuck. Beautiful, beautiful Indian head. Here's another one. 1935. Look at this beautiful 1935 Indian head. And you're probably wondering, what the fuck? How are these shiny? I don't know. He says 1937, but clean enough to eat on. 1935? Yes, sir. Here is a penny from 1976. Bicentennial year. I love taking dirty pennies, and what I do is I take those all those pennies from the 80s, 70s, and what I do is I use boiling water, a little bit of vinegar and salt. Okay, and I use the white vinegar, and that acid cleans those pennies, and I just pull them out, wipe them down. Now the nickels, okay, the nickels, okay, all the other rest of these other coins. I do what the professional coin collectors are doing nowadays, and that is Q-tips, and I mean Q-tips. You can't use any other ways. Q-tips and car polish. You can't use any other materials because what you'll do is that you'll scratch the coin all to fucking hell. And that's how you clean these coins is with Q-tips and car polish and a towel to dry them off, to wipe them down, dry them off. And that's how you clean them without scratching the fuck out of them. That's how they're clean and shiny. And these are coins that I'm not collecting and then later on selling. I'm collecting to keep. And I love seeing these coins look brand new, shiny, and clean and beautiful again. like they used to look. Yeah, it takes the value out of them, but at least I appreciate them. Here's one from 1940. Here's a 1940 nickel, Jefferson nickel from 1940. There you go. Clean enough to eat on. And then here we got a 1979 penny. And you get amazing results from doing it. Amazing results. You don't get any scratches on your coins whatsoever. I mean, they would look brand new. And there are coin collectors out there that do want to collect those coins and not want them clean because they want that patina and the original finish. Me, when I buy old dirty coins, I clean them up and I make them look shiny and brand new again because I want to see the original color of the metal and the bronze, copper, whatever. I want to see the original color, the original, like, I want to see them look clean and shiny again. And there are collectors like that out there, such as myself. And like I said, I'm not collecting them to resell them or anything like that. I'm collecting them just to collect them. So yeah, if I can find all my wheat pennies, because I'm sure wheat pennies, to me, I've always liked wheat pennies. Here's another wheat penny. Here's one from 1951. $1951 wheat penny. And then here I have a 1960 penny. So 1957, 58 was the last year that the wheat penny came out. And then here is, like I said, 1960 penny. I bet you shiny. Great results. 1937. Here's a 1937 Indian head. Like I said, Norman, if you want to reach out to me somehow, social media wise, or you're more than welcome to. I'm not a bad, terrible guy. Not a bad, terrible person, as I should say. I got my hobbies and I do play video games. So if you're a gamer and you like playing video games, I play Minecraft, Red Dead, GTA, Red Dead, GTA, Minecraft. So I don't know. Hello, is there anybody out there today? Anybody in there? Hello, is anybody in there? Pink Floyd, what a great band, what a great group. When my friend saw those wheat pennies, how clean and shiny they were, my friend nearly flew out of his chair. My friend nearly flipped out of his chair. He's like, whoa, shit's trippy. He was like, I'm not used to seeing those wheat pennies clean and shiny. Damn right. Is there anyone home? Yes, that's what I've been saying. Here's my unpaid sponsor of the day, Diet Coke. Diet Coke. The drink of Donald Trump. That's right. This is the drink of a champion, of a warrior, a god. And we should all drink just like him. He says, time to get sued by Coke. Well, yeah, it's about that time. Yeah, about that time to get sued. Remember that one time where the Coca-Cola company told their employees to be less white? I thought that was a crazy time. I thought that was a real crazy time. Then Bud Light went woke. Doing what it did. I don't drink Bud Light. Never did. Never did like Bud Light or any light beer whatsoever. I want a beer. Damn it. I want a beer. Yep, I remember that. And our next sponsor of the day, Coke 45. That's right, Coke 45. Play some other shit. I don't know. Anybody out there? Anybody in there? Out there? Don't be afraid to put something in the comments. To let me know that you're still there. Because I'm going nuts, folks. Anybody out there? I'm losing my sanity. Losing my sanity. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. There's only one person. One person. We're the last two on Earth. Oh, man. That'd be terrible. Only two people left on Earth. That would be terrible. I mean, just imagine. One dies before the other and they got no one else to talk to. It'd be maddening. But like the Omega Man, but two men. Oh man, that would be quite the spicy movie. That was if they would have made that, if they would make a movie like that nowadays. Ooh, today's Hollywood making Omega Man 2, but with two men like left on Earth. Yeah, they would spice things up in that movie. They would get that movie spicy, man. Nope, that's not a movie for me to watch. No, thank you. If there was a really good movie, if there, John Carpenter, who I think is a genius when it comes to the Halloween movies. Before John Carpenter did the Halloween movies, he did that movie, Assault on Precinct 13. I think that was the name of the movie. Assault on Precinct 13. And that was a project that John Carpenter did before he did the movie Halloween. And that movie, Assault on Precinct 13, because it was such a big hit, he was able to get all the money that he was able to need, he got all that money that he needed to make the movie Halloween. And I'll tell you what, Halloween was one of those horror movies that was, it was the gateway for slasher, thrasher, I guess slasher, slasher horror films or something like that. Um, I'm not one that watches horror. I watch a lot of like action. Um, Norman Bates is MIA. Oh, to be honest, I think Norman Bates is MIA. Well, anyway, I'm going to end the stream from here.